Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another Vinyasa practice. Today we have a pretty juicy class. We're going to be working up into a couple of different variations of our Shasana, our headstand. So if you feel like you've unlocked or almost mastered the supported headstand with the hands wrapped around the head, I've got a couple of different variations that you could try to kind of stimulate your practice a little bit more and find a little bit more challenge. Likewise, if you're a little bit more newer to headstand, then I'll also have options for you and where you can take your practice today. Inversions are so great, not only physically for kind of stimulating a lot of physical systems such as the circulatory system and the lymphatic system and the nervous system, but also energetically. It's just great to lift the energy, provide a little bit more clarity. It also helps us when we're feeling tired, because these are very heating, especially headstand. It's known as a heating asana, a heating posture. Now we do have a longer form video of a longer form class of this one on our Patreon account, and this is where we go into the asana practice in a little bit more depth and we get a little bit more time to play, and we also include more kind of philosophy and kind of energetics behind the practice. So in particular, this practice we talk a little bit more about our bandhas, which are energetic locks within kind of the torso area that help us with pranayama and asana, breathwork and movement. So if you're interested about deepening that sort of your side of practice as well, then feel free to head over to the link down below. We are going to get started though in a kneeling position. So join me here. And if you had a block or two, feel free to bring that into your practice. It's mostly just going to help you if you need a little bit of assistance going into your headstand. We won't be using it that much during the practice. Once you've found yourself in a Vinyasa, your kneeling position, start to close down the eyes. And just see how much air you can breathe into your lungs at the moment. So as you expand the lungs, where does your body push the air out into? Can you feel the diaphragm pressing down? Can you feel the ribs expanding front and back and side? Maybe you can feel the chest rise. And then also, how much air can you let out of your lungs? So trying to find those two extremities within our practice. Finding how much air we can breathe in and how much air we can breathe out. Fully bringing our attention to our breath in our body on this mat in this moment. Letting go of any tension in the face and the shoulders. And maybe you'd like to set an intention for your practice. You can check in with, how you're feeling, and seeing maybe if there's a quality or a way of being that you would like to move through in this practice. That might be a word, it might be a quality or a value or something else. Something that aligns with us being in the space of our higher self. Try not to think about it too much. Just let your intuition guide you here. And while you kind of resonate on this, let's take about 3 more deep breaths before we begin to move. We're going to bring the hands towards the tops of the thighs, maybe even clasping onto the knees. We're going to start to move now. So use your next breath in, draw the chest forward, lift the eye gaze high, shoulders pull back. And then as you exhale, round through your back, pull on your knees, shoulder blades pull apart. A few more rounds of your cat and cow here in a seated position, using the inhale to open, maybe even lifting the eye gaze up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, pulling it in, drawing and rounding yourself as much as you can. Use your breath here. The breath being the tool to help us be more present in our body, allowing ourselves to deepen into certain postures today. One more deep breath in. Exhaling to round. Now what we're going to do, we're going to bring our right fingertips towards kind of the right side of our hip. Take a big breath in as you sweep the left hand high. And then as you exhale, can you twist the heart space over towards the right? Use your next breath in, lift up, plant the left hand down, right hand extends high. As you exhale, thread the right hand through towards the left, dropping the right shoulder down. Inhale, reach the right hand high again. Exhale, send the hips over the heels. Find your reach with your left hand. Let's try that again. Inhale, come forward. Place the left hand down. Reach the right hand high. Exhale to twist. Inhale to reach the right hand high again. Exhale to lower down. So what we're doing here is that we're rotating through the spine. We're also starting to activate a little bit more through the back of the body and the front, finding openness and length, as well as alertness through the core, the abdomen. Let's try one more here. I love thread the needle. This is one of my favorite exercises. And if it's totally normal if your back clicks here. All right, come back through center. We're going to try this the other side. So left hand comes down, breathe in, reach the right hand high. As you exhale, twist towards the left, draw the right hip back a little bit. Inhale as the right hand plants down, left hand high. Exhale to twist. So your right hand is underneath your shoulder. Breathe in, lift the left hand. Exhale, lower the hips, find your reverse. Couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now option here, if you felt warm enough, you could squeeze the glutes, lift the hips slightly, starting to open through the hip flexors a bit more as well. Being a little bit more dynamic in our warm-up because we have a little bit less time in our class today, and dynamic movement allows us to bring a little bit more alertness. Plant the hands down on the ground, spread the fingertips wide, walk the knees back slightly and then tuck onto the toes, lift the hips up and back into your Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Spread the toes wide on the ground. Maybe you bend one knee here and then bend the other knee. Trying to draw the chest towards the thighs, reaching the arms out long, finding a bit of space between the hands and the hips and the feet. Thinking about wrapping the outsides of the shoulders down slightly, insides of the elbows kind of scoop underneath. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, letting go. Reminding yourself of your intention. Use your next breath in. Roll yourself forward into your plank position. Press away from the ground. And then as you exhale, we send it up and back again, downward facing dog. Inhale to roll forward. Really try to tuck the chin in. Exhale to lift it up and back. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Such a great way to open through the legs and the back. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale to roll forward. This time as we exhale, we send it back, but right toes sweep high, 3-legged dog. Inhale, roll forward, right knee to the nose. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, we reach both of the arms up into our high lunge. And then as you exhale, open the arms wide towards the right side of the mat, shoulders down. Left hand is going to come to the ground, breathe in. And then as we exhale, lower the left heel towards the ground. Try to step your right foot back into your plank position. Take a big breath in here, lift the hips. Exhale, right hand comes towards the ground. Inhale, shift the weight forward. And then as you exhale, chaturanga, bend yourself halfway. Inhale, baby cobra or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, whatever feels good for you today. Exhale, send it up and back. Downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Straight away, we go straight back into it. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, lower the heels, lift the hips, press through the hands. Inhale. Exhale, letting the movement connect with the breath. 2 more times. And see how much of a round through your upper back you can get here. So as you come forward, you want to think about the back of the heart, trying to reach up towards the sky. And that's going to help engage through the shoulders a little bit more. Use your next breath in, roll forward. This time as you exhale, right left toes sweep high, 3-legged dog. Arms along here, left hip down. Inhale, roll forward, left knee to nose. Exhale, set the left foot in between the hands. Inhale to rise, lift the arms back, leggers as long as you can make it. Exhale, open the arms towards the left, shoulders down. Inhale, right hand comes down, twisted lunge. Exhale, drop your heel towards the right as the left foot steps back into your Vashisthasana side plank. Inhale, touch the left hand down. And then as you exhale, knees or toes, chaturanga, elbows coming close. Inhale, scoop the heart space forward, shoulders pull back. Exhale, come up and back. Downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Let's try that again. Inhale, roll forward. This time we go straight back into our 3-legged dog. Exhale, right toes lift. Inhale, roll forward, scoop it through. Exhale, step it in between the hands. Inhale to rise, lift the arms. Exhale, twist open towards the right. Left hand comes down, or you have the option to bring the left elbow to the ground. Fingertips turn towards the right. Draw the left heel down, breathe in, set the right foot back. And then as you exhale, come down into your plank. So you might be on your hands here, or you might be on your elbows. Let's all lower down to our elbows with the hands placing forward. So elbows in line with shoulders, hands in line with elbows. Scoop the belly in, ribs to hips. You can stay here, or you could try hover the right toes off the ground for a moment. Breathing in. Exhale, tap the right toes down. Maybe the left toes hover. So 3 points of stability means our core has to light up a lot more. Make sure the hips aren't super high in the air. Keep them in line with the shoulders. Left toes turn down. This time knees come down, Sphinx pose. Hips down, breathe in, press through the elbows. Exhale, heart space pulls through. Imagine like the elbows are trying to pull towards the ribs. You could stay here, or you can make this a bit more active by taking the hands by the ribs, either baby cobra, or try lift the hands off the ground. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale to lower yourself down. Press yourself up onto your knees, tuck onto the toes, downward facing dog. Breathe in, roll forward. Exhale, left toes up and back. 3-legged dog, left hip down. Roll forward, left knee to nose, breathe in. Exhale, set the left foot in between the hands. Inhale to rise, lift the arms. Ribs in slightly, exhale. Reach the right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale, either hand or elbow towards the ground, right fingertips to the side. Draw the right heel down as you step your left foot back into Vashisthasana, side plank. Breathe in. Exhale, start to turn yourself back to your mat. Find your hands forward and the elbows down. Stay here, or see if you can lift your right toes off for a moment. You could stay here if you want an extra little bit of a challenge. Left fingertips reach towards the side of the mat. Stay here, or you could try hover the left hand off. Breathe in. Exhale, come back. You can also do this on the knees, by the way. Okay, This time left toes maybe lifts off. Keep lifting out of the shoulders, press away from the ground, stay here, or right fingertips come out, try keep the body square to the ground, stay here, or try lift the right hand off the ground. Right hand comes down. Sphinx pose again. Lower the hips, elbows down. Breathe in, lift tall through the spine. Exhale, retract the shoulder blades. Squeeze the glutes, press the toes down. You could stay here or slide the hands in close by you, maybe pressing down a little bit to help lift you high, or just primarily use the back of the body to lift you up. Big breath in. Exhale, lower down. This time, bring the elbows back underneath the shoulders, spread the fingertips wide. We're going to press back into our dolphin pose. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips up, and then try walk your feet in. So it's like your downward facing dog, but the elbows are down. Now, if this is a firm no for you today, you can go straight back to downward facing dog. Try press through the forearms, draw the chest back, shoulders away from the ears. Okay, stay here, or start to press through the hands, lift the elbows off. Breathe in. Exhale, tap the elbows down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, keep the hips high. Inhale. Exhale, make sure the elbows aren't going too far wide. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Bring the knees down. Untuck the toes, take the hands behind the back, breathe in, interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down. And then as you exhale, roll yourself forward, tap the forehead to the ground, reach the knuckles high. A little bit of relief for our shoulders here. Inhale to roll up. Exhale to roll down. You press the palms together. One more time, breathe in. Exhale. Ooh. Spicy. All right, take the hands out. Either dolphin pose or downward facing dog. So what dolphin pose is really great for is opening through the shoulders while also bringing strength into that area as well. We're going to find those ripples through the spine again. Now, if you're in your dolphin, you're going to lift the elbows off as you come to plank. So breathe in, lift the elbows, roll yourself forward. Exhale, send yourself back, hips high, elbows touch down again. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back. Last time. Inhale, roll forward. This time as you exhale, elbows come down, lift the right toes high. Inhale, roll forward, lift the elbows, right knee to chest. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, lift the left toes high, standing splits. Draw the left hip down. You could stay with the fingertips down on the ground, or you could start to lift them off the ground, maybe reaching them towards your back foot. Draw the left hip down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. One more breath. Use your next breath in. Come up through standing. Cross the left leg over the right, Garudasana, eagle legs. So toes can be down, they can be up. Try clasp the hands behind your back. Breathe in. Exhale, try lean forward, chest over towards the thighs. Lift the knuckles high. Use your next breath in, come back through standing. Maybe open the chest a little bit more at the top. Last time, exhale, fold. Oh, yo, yo. This time, left hand comes to the ground. Unwind the left foot, step it back. Twisted lunge, breathe in. Exhale, open. Press through both of the legs, breathe in, find your standing twist. This time, as you exhale, option to bring the right hand down to the back of the thigh. Left hand comes up and over. Take one more breath here. Can you press the back of the left thigh towards your hand? Turn yourself around to the left side of the mat, toes in, heels out, breathe in. Exhale, fold yourself forward, Prasarita Padottanasana. Tuck the chin in a little bit, and it might feel good to take a little shift from side to side here. Not here for too long. You could always take the hands around the outsides of the feet or do another variation that allows you to find depth here. Use your next breath in, roll yourself up, turn the right toes to the top of the mat. Keep the left leg where it is. Both legs are long, push the hips to the side, breathe in. Exhale, Utthita Trikonasana, right hand down, left hand high. Soft bend in the right leg, ribs to hips. Try to be really active through the core here. One more deep breath in. Exhale, frame out the front foot. Step yourself back into your plank position, breathe in. Exhale your vinyasa, whatever that looks like for you. Coming back into our Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You could stay in your down dog or bring the elbows down to the ground. Shift the hips back. Use your next breath in, roll yourself up, pick the elbows up, plank position. Exhale, lower the heels down, tap the elbows down, put some weight into the upper body. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale. What I meant was putting weight into the body to push yourself back. Last time, breathe in. This time as you lower the elbows, left toes sweep high. Draw the left hip down, breathe in, roll forward, left knee to nose. Left foot in between the hands. Start to slide the right toes high, standing splits. Draw the right hip down. Imagine like someone was pulling your right foot behind you. Can you make the leg long? Option to keep the hands on the ground, or see if you can float them up towards your back foot. So you've got energy through the fingers and through your right toes here. One more breath. Use your next breath in, roll yourself up. Right knee crosses over the left thigh. You can touch down, you could wrap the legs. Hands come behind the back again, breathe in, squeeze the knuckles down, press the palms. Exhale, start to lower the chest down over the front thigh. Use your next breath in, come back up. Ooh. Exhale, lower yourself down. Right hand plants, set the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Breathe in as you lift the left hand. Exhale, find a bit more of a twist, shoulders down. Back leg is long. Inhale, lift the arms, keep the twist. You could stay here or flip the right hand, reversing your lunge. So back bend here as well as a deep twist. Breathe in as you start to rotate towards the right side of your mat. Turn the toes in, heels out. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. You could stay here, or we have our first opportunity to find our Shirshasana, our headstand. Now, if you guys have done a few of my videos before, you know I love coming into headstand from this position because it gives a little bit more balance. You're going to bring the crown of the head down to the ground, clasp the hands together, and then scoop the pinky fingers underneath the curve of the head. Tuck the elbows in so they're directly underneath the shoulders, they're not too wide. Keep your wide leg position, come high onto the toes. You want to try rock your hips as high over your shoulders as you can, and then you might lift the feet off. Shoulders away from ears. You could stay in this wide-legged position. You could try slowly rising your feet up towards the sky. And then when you're ready, slowly starting to come down as well. So this wide-legged position, it makes it a little bit easier for the hamstrings to be able to find this position because that's something that can limit us getting into headstand. So feet land. Use your next breath in, slowly roll up. Turn the left toes, arms wide, Trikonasana. Hips push back. Left fingertips towards the left shin. Right hand comes up and over. Scoot the right rib to the hip. One more deep breath in. Exhale, frame the front foot, your vinyasa. Back into a child's pose. One deep breath in and out. Okay, got a couple of minutes to play. Let's roll ourselves up. Now, like I said, this is a short class, so if you're wanting to spend a little bit more time playing with different variations, check out the longer video down below. But what we're going to do today, crown of the head down. If you are new to headstand, I would recommend just clasping the opposite of the elbows first and then bringing the hands out in front. That is your hand position. Scoop the head underneath, tuck onto the toes, lift the hips. Now this is where you might be today. You might be able to walk the feet up. This is where your blocks can come in handy. You can put your blocks underneath your feet to help lift the hips a little bit more. You can stay here, you can pull the knee to the chest, maybe the other knee to the chest, and then lift yourself up. Okay, so rather than lifting the knees up first, what I see a lot of people doing is trying to come into this like untucked position, which throws their balance off. We want to get into the tuck, find that ball, and then you can start to lift from there. All right, and then you could extend one leg, you could extend the other leg. Now, if this is you today, go there. If you're like, I'm ready for a challenge, 2 options. You could find your Salamba Shasana, or if you wanted to, find your tripod headstand. So you're making a triangle on the ground. Hands are where the elbows would be, crown of the head's coming down. Your challenge is, we're going to try keep the legs long, lift them up for about 10 counts, and then lower them down for about 10 counts. So a lot of core strength to lift off. Okay, so when you're ready, shift the weight over, start to lift up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then try come down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Maybe you find a seat for a moment, or a child's pose. And it's important after inversions that we have time afterwards just to kind of reintegrate. That this puts a lot of pressure on the head, the neck, the spine, and so we just want to be careful and just let everything kind of drop back into place. If you felt ready to move on, just a couple of asanas to slow us down. First, we're going to come onto our belly. We are pretty warm through our back. We're going to try our Dhanurasana, our bow pose. You can bend one leg, maybe extend the other and lift one off. That way, so you do your Ardha Dhanurasana, or you could try clasp the outsides of both of the heels. Maybe you flex the toes or point them, and you try both of the legs off. Try to keep the knees towards each other. When you're ready, let's try about maybe 5 to 8 counts. So you're trying to kick the feet away, opening through the front of the chest, almost using your breath as a way to press the belly down and to lift you up a little bit higher. Squeeze the glutes. Feel the shoulders pull onto the back body. Let's take about 3 more breaths here. Kick, 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 kick. Lower yourself down. Hands come by the ribs. Press yourself up. We're going to counter this with our Paschimottanasana. Extend your legs out in front. Soften the knees if you need. Take a big breath in. Find length through the spine. Exhale. Walk yourself forward. And this can be such a nice release for the back. Very gentle in terms of just letting gravity kind of do its thing. If you have space, can you draw the toes back a little bit more?
can you find expansiveness through the back of the body here? Letting the breath press up into the back of the ribs and then outwards. One more deep breath in. Exhaling to fall. We're going to wander ourselves onto our back. Final twist. Take your arms out wide. Cross your right knee over your left knee. You can keep the feet apart, or you can find your eagle legs here as well. Breathe in. Exhale, drop the knees towards the left. Try keep the right shoulder down as you might look over your right hand. Coming back through center, we'll swap it out to the other side. So inversions are actually also really good for our digestion, and so a twist like this just helps to keep everything stimulated and moving. And then coming back through center. We'll find Shavasana for a couple of minutes. Maybe the legs are out long. They could be bent. Hands are just wherever feels good. They might be on the body. They might be out by your side. All you can try to do here, or all I ask you to try and find, is moments of release and relaxation. Asking ourselves where we can soften into a little bit more. If you've noticed your mind float away, just try and encourage it to come back to the breath, come back to softening, releasing. Start to make some small movements with the body, maybe wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. We will slowly make our way up into a seat. Grabbing the backs of the legs, rolling ourselves up. Find that tall spine. Reminding yourself of that intention. Maybe this intention can be carried through to our practice of yoga off the mat, or if you've noticed that energies have shifted, maybe a new intention might be more
relevant for you right now. Take some time to honor this now, and maybe after our practice. Bringing the hands through heart center, feeling that connection with the physical body, the more subtle body, the energetic body. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling, bowing our heads in gratitude of this practice of yoga. I thank you so much for turning up to your practice today. I had heaps of fun, and I hope you did as well. I would love to hear from you in the comments, or if you want to like it or subscribe or share with a friend, that just means the world. And if you wanted to support me a little bit more directly and be able to deepen your practice of yoga with me, then head over to our Patreon account. So any support allows me to keep creating these videos for you guys. Namaste.